Northwestern freshman Danny Baker begins every morning by taking a dose of Adderall, a stimulant prescribed to people with the common learning disability ADHD.
I was diagnosed in 3rd grade, and I remember that I just wasn't able to read at first. My parents finally took me to a psychologist who said that I probably couldn't read because I wasn't able to pay attention enough.
By taking Adderall, Baker reaches a normal level of functioning in school.
So when I'm not on it, I'm not able to concentrate for more than maybe a couple minutes on something. I get distracted really easily. When I am on it, I'm just able to just sit down and do work. I'm not distracted. I don't feel jittery.
Baker is not alone in his diagnosis, as ADHD's prevalence has skyrocketed over the last decade. Psychiatrist Peter Sin attributes the rise to one factor especially.
As our society becomes more anal in a certain way, more about sit down, shut up, and listen and learn, you could see an increase in the prevalence that way.
Another reason is that an ADHD diagnosis is easy to collect. In fact, Sin admits he hands out prescriptions to most patients who request them.
What we're looking for is dysfunction. It's got to mess with someone's life in some way significantly, and specifically it has to mess with at least 2 areas of their life.
Because diagnosing the disorder is highly subjective, the growth of ADHD might be a result of both overdiagnosis and students trying to play the system.
As a psychiatrist, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to bring someone from dysfunction to normal. But there is a risk that, you could have, people who are relatively normal, not trying to be just normal, but trying to be above normal.
I definitely think it's getting overdiagnosed. Almost at the point where I feel like kids that don't get a diagnosis feel like they're missing out.
Northwestern University's Service for Students with Disabilities offers ADHD students class registration priority and extra exam time. The number of students this serves has quadrupled over the last decade, says Assistant Director Craig Luttrell.
If you are having an attention deficit difficulties, having some extra time on the test can make all the difference.
Although these policies are designed to help the students who need it most, it also incentivizes false diagnoses.
Are students gaming the system? Who knows? Maybe. I try not to think about it.
Reporting from Medill, I'm Jacob Frazer.